First at 6, we continue our team coverage of a severe weather alert. A strong tropical-like storm has left its mark on southern New England.
Damaged buildings, snapped power poles, toppled signs, flooded roads. We've seen all of it today. And tonight, a lot of people still do not have power.
Getting the electricity back on isn't the only concern this evening. We're also keeping an eye on the rivers like the Patuxent and Cranston, swollen from all the rain and runoff, now forecast to crest above flood stage. We've got a team of reporters out there tracking the conditions and the damage.
The first Chief Meteorologist Tony Petracca updates us on what we need to know right now. Tony?
Well, the rain long gone, but 2 to 5 inches of rain from last night and early this morning. You saw that video of the Patuxent River. I shot that around noontime today on my way into work, and that river continues to rise now. It's 2.5 feet above flood stage. So while the rain is long gone, the runoff into these rivers continues. Now, the Doppler radar can leave sort of a footprint and give you an estimation as to how much rain has fallen, and these speckles of yellow indicating amounts at anywhere from 4 to 5 inches. So it's essentially along the Route 95 corridor north and west, anywhere from 3 to as much as 5 inches of rain to the south and east of that highway corridor, about 1.5 to 2.5 inches of rain all over a short amount of time, in the net result of these rapid rises in rivers and streams. The areas shaded in red are where you have river flood warning. So we can take a look at some specific ones, and very concerned about the Patuxent River. It has been rising rapidly with moderate to borderline major flooding anticipated along that river overnight early tomorrow morning. It's at 11.5 feet. Flood stage is 9 feet, so it's 2.5 feet above flood stage, but expected to crest at around 13 feet, 4 feet above flood stage. The Blackstone, now a much larger river, it can handle more water. The minor to moderate forecast of flooding. The Woonasquatucket River in Centerdale, smaller river, so major flooding anticipated, and the Wood River in Hope Valley with moderate flooding in the forecast. Wind speeds have come down. It's still blustery. There is a wind advisory till 7 o'clock for the Cape and the Islands only, where you can still see some fairly healthy wind gusts, but further to the west, granted, it's still windy, gusts to 37 in Providence, but nothing of the magnitude of what we had earlier this morning. So the weather improving, skies will gradually clear, gusty early, but otherwise dry as temperatures drop through the 40s. But clearly the bigger concern in the short term, meaning the next 24 hours, will be these rivers and streams. We'll get a closer look at that and the full forecast coming up in a little bit.
Thank you, Tony. And here's a look at Ocean Drive in Narragansett. Earlier today, blocked off as huge waves sent water over the seawall.
To the north, freshwater flooding was the problem. This is Main Street in the Harrisville section of Burrillville. 12 News reporter Alex Torres-Perez has gone from one end of the state to the other today and joins us live from North Providence with what she's seen. Alex?
Well, whether it was in the coastal areas or right here in northern Rhode Island, well, flooding has been an issue everywhere after this storm system.
Felt like a hurricane.
Dean Lees was at his home in Lincoln Monday morning when he noticed his flagpole bending to the strong winds.
It was rated for 65 miles an hour, and I watched the wind take it right out. And we haven't had anything like that here in a long time. Probably not since like Hurricane Bob in the early 90s.
The heavy rain also flooding some people's yard in the area, with water coming up to their screen doors. At Narragansett Beach, officers blocked off the roads as waves crashed onto the walls and spilled onto the roadway.
Whoa! My feet are soaked.
Water even spouting out of the gutters.
I have never seen it this high before. It's pretty amazing.
That northeast is sandy. That was this bad.
Many in awe at just how strong Mother Nature is.
It's just beautiful, but it's very, very dangerous.
And now cleanup and repairs are at the top of people's minds. This as the holidays are just around the corner. Reporting live in North Providence, Alex Torres-Perez, 12 News.
Alex, thank you. And the storm surge was enough of a threat today that the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers closed the Fox Point hurricane barrier to protect downtown Providence from flooding. 12 News reporter Adriana Rosas Rivera continues our team coverage live from Providence with the damage she's seen in and around the capital city. Adriana.
Well, Kayla, we crisscrossed Providence and found felled trees, clogged drains, and light poles like this one, which is literally being held up by power lines. A messy Monday morning. Rhode Islanders waking up to downed trees and power lines. Off Blackstone Boulevard in Providence, trees snapped in half, blocking sidewalks. 2 light poles on Westford Road hung on power lines this afternoon with a chunk of the street blocked off to traffic. At one point, 30,000 Rhode Island Energy customers were without power. One woman walking her dog this morning at Lippett Memorial Park tells us trees usually come down here. It's just a matter of which one.
And there's a lot today. I'm realizing maybe it's not the safest thing to be out here with my dog, but this is where we walk every day.
And over in Water Place Park today, a different scene from when they do water fire lightings. Surrounding sidewalks underwater, a strong current ripping through the basin. According to RIDOT Director Peter Alviti, 200 workers were out clearing the roads and drains today.
They've done an effective job at keeping the drains open and the flooding down to a minimum.
Now, Rhode Island Energy says they're responding to hundreds of down power lines like this one, so there's no timeline when power will be restored on this block. This is Westford Road in Providence. Again, the Bristol and Providence ferry was slated to start today, but that was postponed because of the weather. Officials say that'll start on Wednesday at 6 a.m. That's the very latest live in Providence. I'm Adriana Rosas Rivera, 12 News.
Adriana, thank you. And we're tracking outage numbers from Rhode Island Energy. At last check, just over 20,000 customers were still without power. 12 News reporter Kristen Burnell continues our team coverage from along Branch Avenue in Providence. Kristen?
Yeah, as you mentioned, over 20,000 people are currently still without power in Rhode Island, and much of the state is still dealing with some pretty significant flood damage, including at this plaza in Providence tonight along Branch Avenue. Now, right now, this parking lot is looking more like a river, but the water level has gone a little bit down in the past hour. This after today's storm brought heavy rain and strong winds, with the bulk of it now behind us. You may remember this isn't the first time this has happened at this particular plaza. After dealing with major flooding from a storm back in September of this year, when water made its way inside some of the businesses. Luckily, that has not been the case today, but several of these businesses are still dealing with impacts from today's weather and had to close their doors early tonight. 12 News spoke with one of them, who says he plans to keep his doors open tomorrow, as business is critical during the holiday season.
We're suffering. Business is down. Most of the plaza has been shut down. We're continuing to operate. We were here 9 a.m. the next morning, after the first flood that we had. I said if we had to take a canoe to get a bottle of vodka, we would.
As of right now, the state is also still dealing with some scattered power outages. According to Rhode Island Energy's outage map, over 20,000 are still without electricity at this hour, with the most outages in Cumberland, Central Falls, Coventry, and Providence, and thousands more in southeastern Massachusetts. Now, Rhode Island Energy says they'll continue to work through the night to make sure everyone gets their power back, which they expect everyone to have their power back by tomorrow evening. Reporting live in Providence, Kristen Burnell, 12 News.
Kristen, thank you. Taking a look at the storm's impacts in southeastern Massachusetts. This is Old Providence Road in Swansea, which was shut down today when the Palmer River overflowed. We saw at least one car stuck in the water there. And Taunton saw its share of downed trees and power lines. A 12 News viewer sent us these photos of the damage on Crane Avenue South earlier today.
Back in the East Bay, big waves were hitting the coves and beaches in Tiverton. We got video of the surf in Sappowick Cove this morning, and John Marion took a photo showing the parking lot at Grinnell's Beach covered with dirt and debris. We'll be feeling the effects of this storm for days, and the holiday travel rush is upon us too, of course, so be sure to have the Pinpoint Weather 12 app on your phone. You can get alerts and the latest forecast sent right to you.